In this video, we will do another drawing exercise for our laboratory number 7. Here's our 3D model, and as you can see, we have here our 3D model. This just consists of the basic shapes. We have a rectangular shapes here and subtracted by this circular or a cylinder here. And right here we can have we can use a polyline, or we can use a square or a rectangle and circle. We union that and subtract another circle here or another cylinder. So to start, we need to just draw one profile. I'll start from maybe I'll start from here in this point. So I need to draw this. I need to find this dimension, which is 60 and a width of 26, and then extrude that to 74 units. Okay, so let us do it here. So type PL for the polyline. We have 60 for the length and 26 for the width, 60 again, and type C for the close. And I'm going to extrude this 74 units, right? So that's my first part. And in order to draw this circle here, I need to change my UCS, my Universal Coordinate Systems. So for the UCS, you just click this or type UCS, select the origin, select the x-axis, and select the y-axis. So as you can see here, here's our x-y axis. That's the plane we're in. We can where we can only draw. So to draw this, we need the diameter 32 and the center point. So the center point, actually, it's as you see here, 30. Here's 60, so we can the center point can be in this midpoint. Okay, so that's one way, or maybe we'll just select this as our center point, and the diameter is 32. Okay, and then extrude this. Let us move this 30 units along the X, right, and move downward 24 units. So 24 units, and we subtract SU for select the first object and the second object. Okay, so that's our object here. So now the next one is this portion. To do this, I'm going to combine this rectangular shape and this circular shape, maybe. So 100, if you can see the total length from this end to the tip here, that's 100. But if we want up to this center only, so 100 minus 30. Okay, so change my UCS once again, and then I'm going to type the polyline 70, and type 60 for the length, 60 and 70, and then type close. Okay, next is I'm going to create a circle. So that's the diameter, because we have our center point and all the way to this end of this profile. And I'm also going to create this circle, the small circle inside, which is 26 units in diameter. So diameter is 26, and now let's extrude. Let's extrude all the three together. So extrude. What's the height? The height is 26. So type 26, and that's it. So first, let us union these two objects, this object and this one. Let's union that, or we can change our visual style. So union, type union, or you can just select the union maybe here, solid tab and union. So click this, and then subtract. So subtract, select the first object, press enter, select the second object, and there it is. So that's our, maybe change the properties. Maybe we need to change it to green and then put dimensions. So that's just it. Okay, next one is, let's do this. Okay, so drawing exercise 7C. So first is, maybe we need to draw this L shape first, this profile, L profile, then extrude, because that's gonna be my base object. So we have the 110 length, and the width, we need the width as well, that's 55. The height is 50, and we have this distance, so we can do offset, and right here we also have distance. So let me draw this first, this L shape profile. What we need is 110 and 50. Okay, so back to the wireframe. Okay, so I'm going to change my UCS. Okay, so as you can see, here's my UCS. So here's my X direction and Y direction. Okay, so type polyline. We need a unit of dimension of 110 and the height of 50. Okay, so that's our L lines. Okay, so next one is, I'm going to offset this 20 units and this one 15 units. So to do that, since this is polyline, maybe I'll need to explode. So type X for explode this object, because we have two different offset distance. So type O for the offset. So type the offset distance and then click the direction. Okay, next offset, type the offset distance of 15, and then there's our we can connect these lines here to draw the profiles. Okay, and then trim this inside. Okay, so now we are going to make this as one object. So p-edit, edit polyline. Maybe here in the modify you have here it is, edit polyline, or just type p-edit and select one object in that polyline first, and it says, do you want to turn it into one? Then just type yes, and then join, then select all the objects you wanted to join. Okay, then press enter, and if you check, it's one object already. So now I'm going to extrude this 55 units. So extrude, EXT, or you can just find it here. Maybe here you click this, right? Extrude, and what was the unit? It's 55. Right, so 55, type 55. Okay, next one is, maybe I'll do this first. So as you can see, we have a unit of a dimension of 15 and 15, so that makes it 30. So 30 minus 55, so we have 25 here, 25 in this direction, and 20 in this Y direction, 20 by 55. So I'm going to change my UCS first in this plane. So type 25, and then 20, then 25, and then type C. So if you can notice that I draw this rectangular shape away from this object, it's because we can also move that, right? So if we move this object, I want this base point to be at that base point. Okay, so next step is to extrude and then subtract. So subtract is, let's do this. Click subtract, select first object, then select second object. Okay, next one is, let's draw this cylinder here. The diameter is 46 and inside diameter is 16. So let's do that. You can also create it what's the distance we have from this edge to this quadrant. We have 30. So I suppose the center line of this, or the center of this circle, is collinear or coincides to this midpoint here and also the center. So 46 and 16. So type C for the circle, type D for the diameter, 46, and next one is the 16 diameter. Okay, so that's our profile. So now let's move this. I want to move this 30 units along the y direction. Alright, so 30 units here. Okay, and next is extrude. So the extrude height is 35. So extrude is 35. So we have 35 units. Okay, so we don't know actually if this circle here, this inside diameter or inside circle, is all the way through this object, but we can also do that. So I'm just going to copy this and extend some more length, so that when I subtract, the hole here will be all the way through this part. Okay, so we can do subtract now if we want. Maybe change to conceptual style, then maybe first unite or do union for this and that, and then next one is subtract this. So subtract, select object, and I mean select first object and select this. Maybe we'll use 2D wireframe, right? So for the subtract, select our object and then press enter, select the second objects. So that's it. And then next one is to create this 18 diameter hole. So the given distance is from this edge, so that means I'm going to create this circle in this edge right here, midpoint of this edge. So 18, we have we can type C, then type D, type 18, and then move 35 units. Then since it's a hole, we need to extrude this all the way downward. Okay, so last step is to subtract. Okay, click this, subtract, and then click the first object, press enter, select the second object, and there's our object. Right, so that's just it, I think. So that's all for this. Then you can just put dimensions. Just recall that if you want to put dimensions, just make sure the origin or the planes, because that's where you can actually have the dimensions. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video, we will do our drawing exercise number 8.